Rookie to Legend is back on NBA 2K24, guys. We did it. Moment of silence for the people that said, oh, your voice doesn't matter. Obviously, it does. And I'm not talking about just my voice, but all of our voices together. It is back in the game, man. Drop a like on this video and let's get into it because it's going to be a really long one. Now, of course, we don't know what is the Legend reward. Is it going to reset every season? There's so many questions, but if you guys didn't see, let me pop it back up. It said top 10. What is a top 10? I guess there's going to be a first 10 Legends, or maybe it's first 10 every season. I have no idea. Is the top 10 going to get a different prize from the people? I guess they are going to get a different prize, man. I don't know, but it's only on next gen, just in case you guys are wondering. So, wow. Rookie to Legend is back, and we have so much more to talk about, guys. I mean, it's going to be a very long video. It's your benefit to create a jumper with the highest grades you can, but you can still be successful with low grade shots. Defensive immunity is one I'd particularly recommend paying attention to. It can have a stronger effect than most things. So remember that going into 2K24, man, the grades are a little bit different this year. If you haven't seen the last video, you need to watch it after this because, man, there was a lot of news earlier as well, and it's not going to end because Mike Wang would not stop tweeting. We went from no news to way too much news. I might even have to put another video up today, bro. If this video gets to 5,000 likes, I'll put another video up today. So don't worry, I got you guys. Anyway, please tell me it depends on the build, blah, blah, blah. Talking about takeover, he said the ratings boost you can get with a takeover selection just stacks on top of what you already have. If you have dog rebounding ratings, for example, selecting the defensive / rebound take will make you a little less of a bum on the boards, but you're still kind of gonna be a bum. So he's talking about how takeover, you can select whatever takeover. If you guys didn't see the last video this year, doesn't matter what you are. If you're a point guard with no rebounding, you can select the defensive takeover, rebounding, whatever, but it's not gonna do a lot, okay? It's not gonna break the game. You're not gonna be able to just be getting boards over 7'3" tall players with your 6'1", you know what I'm saying? So be careful when you're choosing that, all right? But anyway, he says, for those asking what rating you need to be consistent depends on your skill and shot IQ. Some will be deadly with a 75 3-pointer while others will go 1 for 10. Try out the best build or the build tester on 2KU with different NBA players on Hall of Fame to get an idea for what you need for your build. All I hear is skill gap. All I hear is skill gap. Basically the same thing as 2K23. I don't think he's changing the shooting much in that, particular thing. I like it. If someone can go 1 for 10 and I can go 9 for 10, 8 for 10, whatever it is, I like it. That's skill gap. Very good job, Mike Wang. Anyway, he says ball saves are solid. I thought they were good in 2K23 too. Blocks got a buff in 2K24, but not to 2K22 levels. Now, we talked about this many times, how 2K always aggressively patches things. In 2K22, you only had bronze chase down artists on a playmaking shot creator, and you were getting game 7 LeBron blocks off the backboard. Way too much, right? So, of course, we said, hey, this is not balanced. This needs change. Anyone that played 2K22 can agree that a 6'1" play shot should not have been doing that. But they went a little bit aggressive this year, and now you can't block anything. So around closer in the middle is great. That's where we need to be, a balance, okay? So if you have a 99 block, you're going to be getting snatch blocks all the time. That's what should be a balance. If you have a high rating and you have the badges on, you should be rim protecting, you know what I'm saying? So, oh man, it's looking good so far. Rookie to Legend, bro, it's back. It's really, guys, I was freaking out. Anyway, we have, this is in the courtside report, the option has changed to shot timing visual cue instead of early, late, things like that. You can now pick the point in the animation that you want for the ideal release instead of an arbitrary time, jump, set point, push, or release. So they're going away from the early, from the late, things like that, and making it more where you can actually set it to like where, your guys at the top of the jump shot, and that's where you pick. I want to, at least that's what I'm getting from this. Of course, when the game comes out, it could be different, by the way, guys. Just want to, get that out there. But like, yeah, you can say, hey, at the top of my jump shot, when I'm about to flick the wrist, that's where I want to release it. That's where I want it to be green. That's where it's going to be green, boys. Ah, man, it's sounding good, bro. Anyway, Are the takeover perks still in the game? Yes, but some of the OP ones have been toned down. Now look guys, I'm not gonna do it in this video, but I have done it in a lot of other videos. I want you guys to let me know when I do like the pop-up and I blur the screen and all that for the pictures that come up. Do you prefer that? I've never even said anything this entire year, but I just want to know if you guys like it or if you don't care, because it does take a lot of time to do that. So if you guys want it, let me know, but if not, you know, I'll just keep doing this right here. Anyway, some weirdo, I mean absolute geek, loser, dweeb, went to Twitter, and his name is Wadgeplug. He said, does shooting have a pure green window in 2K24 like in 2K19? If you had a certain rating plus jump shot, timing the shot right meant it was always green if open. So if you guys didn't play 2K19, if you're newer to the 2K community, if you had, for example, a 92 3-pointer in 2K19 and you had on a certain jump shot, it was called a green pure window jump shot. Each jump shot had a different green pure window. So some of them would be, if you have a 93 pointer and you have on this select jump shot, if you have over that, now every shot you time correctly open is going to be a green. Some of them were 92, 93. Well, Mike Wang replied to that dweeb, and he said, yes, the green window is pure and will be a guaranteed make if you hit it. Heavily contested shots may still look like full white misses, but that's just an artifact of the art. There will always be a possibly sub-pixel size green window on every shot attempt. So make sure you understand that you're not going to be able to go out there on 2K24 and just shoot a contested shot 100%, and just because you timed it right, it's going to go in. Although, if you're in the right circumstance where you're open, like actually open, you have the right rating on things like that, you're going to be greening shots for days. There's no more full bars, which is beautiful. I mean, bro, this is amazing news. I'm talking about, like, we have went over news for years and years, and maybe this is probably the best news we've had since like 2K20. Like, I mean, Rookie to Legend is huge, guys. We've been talking about this so much throughout the last few years. It's finally back. Now, are they going to do it correctly? What are they going to do with it? I have no idea, but right now, it sounds very good. There will still be some seasonal releases, but the vast majority of gameplay animations will be available on day one. 2K24 also features the largest year-over-year signature animation upgrade we've done in recent memory, thanks to Pro Play. Another W, guys. We talked about this just a few days ago. It's annoying getting releases and animations in Season 9. I had 2K23 early. I was sitting there playing the game, you know, the servers weren't on. I was figuring out, oh, this NBA player has a cool move. If this comes out, I'm going to be definitely using that. I love the Harden signature escape, whatever it's called. It didn't come out till August. That's crazy. So thank God that is gone, but there will still be some seasonal releases, okay? So we'll see what comes out, and we have a lot more animations to choose from. So that's going to be very interesting as well. Answered in the previous tweet, but yes, every shot that's not 100% smothered is greenable. Window size determined by a ton of factors, defense, ratings, badges being the primary drivers. But don't worry, contested shots are very hard to knock down on higher difficulties. So you're actually going to be able to green some crazy stuff on 2K24 from what it seems like. It's just that you're going to have such an insanely small green window on like a 50% contested shot that I don't see a lot of those going in. It seems similar to how it is now, because you can green contested shots on 2K23, you know, 30%, 40%, and takeover, things like that. But the green window is very small, okay? So now Mike Wang said something weird. He said, since no one asked, you can also meter dunk standing dunks in 2K24, but it's really hard to pull off at the moment. It's a work in progress. So I commented on that because I was very confused. Like, obviously you can do that on 2K23. I said, does this give a competitive advantage if timed right, like you get more contact? So basically, what I'm asking is, yes, you can do meter stand dunks just like you can this year, but does that give you an advantage? Obviously at the risk of missing more dunks, like, because you have to time it. So what that means is, what I'm trying to ask to Mike Wang is, if I do this, obviously I have the risk of missing more, but it's not going to give me like a layup. It's actually going to give me a Shaq contact standing dunk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But Dooms, who I believe he played 2K24 early, he said, nah, it means you're doing a standing dunk every time using the meter. Far from pointless. I said, but could you have just held the dunk button? He said, and the second question, yeah, I felt I got a better dunk animation when using the matter. Limited my dunk packages and had a feel for what was triggering the most, hoping standing dunks are in the same realm as far as what triggers especially contact. So Mike Wang said that they were still working on that feature, like making it better, but yo, that could be the return of like a skill gap of paints in the, you know what I'm saying? Like big man in the paint, because that's a skill gap. Being able to time a contact dunk in the paint, being able to force those animations more, but you obviously have to time it and you have to green it now this year, is something that could definitely be in the skill gap. He says, try out different breakdown combos. There are 100 to choose from. Signature double crosses are equipable now. Standing snatchback has changed and is now tied to the signature step back package. Definitely learn how to use the blowout properly. Branching generally way more responsive in 2K24. So, man, they said a lot about the dribbling. I don't know if you guys caught that yesterday. Some of the things they talked about have been in previous 2Ks, but I don't know. We will see, bro, because, you know, they say fancy things about dribbling, and I believe dribbling hasn't been amazing since like 2K19, 2K20, somewhere around there. I mean, it's just like since Next Gen came out, it's been a little bit clunky to me. It feels like when you do certain things, you get stuck in these animations and you're doing moves that you flicked 3 seconds ago. So if it is better, I'm all for, obviously, you know, I'm a dribbler. You guys know, like, that's my main thing. I'm a guard. I play every position, but I love to dribble, right? So we will see, bro. I'll see when the game comes out, and I'll let you guys know. Anyway, this one, very, very important, okay? So someone asked Mike Wang, how do the defensive adrenaline bars work? He said, steal and block attempts will consume adrenaline bars on defense. First bar gone equals 20% block/steal rating nerf. 2 bars gone, 40% nerf. Third bar gone, a 75% nerf. So that first reach attempt when you're going for a steal as a lockdown this year is your most important. Now, look, I actually had a theory this year. I don't know if this has been confirmed, but I don't think that it was confirmed. But I actually had a theory this entire year that your first adrenaline as a defender was the most important. So I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. I don't think it has. But I believe it was that way in 2K23 to a certain extent. Maybe not to like what he was saying right there, but I've actually already thought that for 2K23. Now, hearing about all this offensive stuff, but what about the defense? What will be considered a bump enough for the offensive player to lose an adrenaline? Riding their hip, bumping them off course, or a full body up? He said any body up that's not considered a blow-by win for the ball handler. That is crazy. So if you guys didn't see yesterday, that has been announced that like if you get bumped, you're losing an adrenaline. You're not going to be, as a dribbler, losing as much adrenaline from what they said. You're going to have a bigger window of being able to move without losing one, but the burst will still lose one. But when you get bumped, you're going to lose one. So that's going to be interesting to see. I have a video I want to show you guys. We just have way too much news to talk about from 2K16, where you're just like what I'm thinking about what they're going to do is in 2K16, bro, you could actually body up people. If you went the right way as they did, they were actually going to stop and then stop. And it was a bump, bump, bump all the way up the court if you went the right way with them. Now, anyway, with Pro Play, have jump shots been revamped? And the Clip KD jump shot looks a bit different to the one we currently have. He said, yes, we have a ton of new jumpers sourced from Pro Play. KD's jumper perfectly mirrors his real life shot. Happens to be the shot I've been using on my player for the last few weeks too. Guys, this is amazing news for anybody. Like, you guys know I like a little bit of arcading in the 2K games, but if you would have showed me, and I said this yesterday on Twitter, if you guys seen it, I said, if you would have showed me this trailer 10 years ago, like what they showed yesterday with Pro Play and how the animations look the exact same as in real life, I would have went into cardiac arrest. Like, I would have been needing a freaking ambulance right there on the spot. That's insane, bro. Like, actually insane. We have to think about if we seen this just a few years ago. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's just a trailer, but like, that's like, Pro Play is sounding huge. I'm talking about like the biggest change in gameplay for years. Like, if it's actually as crazy as they say, because we're getting all these new animations, all the jump shots look the exact same. There's going to be less cheese animations. LeBron's step back isn't going to be stepping back 5,000 feet like it does this year. I mean, it's a lot of big changes, but we'll see. Anyway, the ratings boost you get with a takeover selection just stacks on top of what you already have. If you have dog rebounding ratings, then, you know, we talked about this earlier. He said you will not be getting rebounds. And this guy said, will there be any confirmation on the exact increase in attributes? He said 10-point boost, but not set in stone. We'll evaluate based on feedback. So there will be around, just like this year, just like previous years, 5 to 10 ratings boost. Some of them were like you would get a 10 boost, and then like the subcategories you would get like a 5. So I think if you have slashing takeover, obviously you get a plus 10 driving dunk, but then you would get, for example, like a plus 5 speed. I think that's how it was. I could be wrong, but some of them got plus 10, some of them got plus 5 is what I'm trying to say already in 2K23. So can we see the green light right away this year? Mike Wang, he said, I can't even talk, bro. Guys, I'm trying for you guys. Greens are still delayed because I like it that way. So greens are still delayed, which you know, I'm not really the biggest fan of. Of course, this isn't like a huge thing, but I would rather see the greens right away. That's just me. It's whatever though. Anyway, do ratings exceed the 99 cap in Takeover on 2K24? Yes, Takeover can temporarily boost your rating over 99, and it will make a difference. Now, Mike Wang, from my knowledge, has not talked about that specific question in years now. I'm so glad that he answered that, because the last time he said that going over 99 does make a difference. So we finally know for this specific game that going over 99 matters. I've tried to tell people when I make my 100 driving dunk build, when I make my 100 3-pointer, you know, 99 3 plus the arm sleeve, then we're in, you know, sharpshooting takeover, that it goes over that, and some people just didn't believe me. So hey, look, apologies in advance. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? I understand you guys questioned me, but I'm here. I got you. And look, we got a few more things that's going to be coming out soon in a few weeks where I'm going to say, I told you guys, I predicted it, I told you. Anyway, here we go. What's the difference in shot contest percentage from A+ to F? We don't want to guess. We want to know how effective the grades are. A+ will reduce the contest score by about 30%. F will boost it by 60%. Note, this is subject to change. That's a 60% swing from A+ to F, guys. Huge, huge. And I really hope, like we've talked about in the last video a tiny bit, that everything comes with a percentage that is shown to us, that 2K Labs doesn't have to go in there and figure out themselves like they've done every year and then tell us, oh, this is what the game actually is, because 2K needs to go in there and tell us. Lots of games are going in there and doing that, so I would love to see that. It was also brought up in Uncle Demi's Space when he did one like a month or two ago, which is like a live podcast on Twitter. So hopefully we will see that. But bro, Mike Wang is telling us percentages, man. I'm liking this a lot, bro, a lot. Anyway, will bases be back like base 38? He said no. Generic numbered shots were all in on real NBA player shots generated by Pro Play. There are a ton of options though. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Oh man, bro. Now look, I know some people want the numbered shots back, but look, as someone who's just an avid, absolute lover of basketball, things like that excite me, bro. Okay, look, I know some people want it back. It is a video game, but things like that really excite me because I play basketball, you know, in real life. I watch it, I play it on the game. Basketball is my whole life, so seeing all these realistic things is amazing to me. Anyway, are alley-oops still metered? Yes, it's not hard though, okay? So alley-oops are still going to be metered on 2K24. But anyway, we got something, a little switch up from Mike Wang. Uncle Demi channeled some inner Mike Wang, if you guys have been seeing Mike Wang's tweets, and he said, RIP 6'9" builds, a moment of silence. Now, I do want to play both sides here, okay? I'm sorry, Uncle Demi, I'm sorry. But once again, I want to go back to what I said yesterday, okay? Uncle Demi is telling us things from what he sees. Things could change when the game comes out and a million people have touched the game. But Uncle Demi, you said last year that demigod builds were gone, okay? You said that. So just remember, you said that. Now keep in mind, this year he has went on a whole different level, an entirely different level of actually putting his own reputation on the line. If you guys have been seeing his videos, if you've been seeing me show his tweets, whatever, he has been talking the talk about 2K23. That's big talk to go out there as a creator and say that 2K23, like he's just saying basically the game is good. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really good. So we got a lot more to see about 2K24, but man, I did not expect to hear about Rookie to Legend today, guys. I didn't expect to hear about that until September 7th. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, thank you, 2K, for giving us some news earlier. Seriously, thank you for giving us news, because we're getting news earlier than we did last year besides the gameplay trailer. Anyway, Lamonsa said to Uncle Demi, do you think I'll be able to ISO and then guard ball like I do in the stage? He said, is that even a question? Your two-way is going to cook. You need to take your butt to the 2K League and leave us normal people alone unless I'm sitting corner for you again this year. Of course, you know I can't cuss. Got to keep that ad revenue up. Got to pay my rent. If you guys want me to pay my rent, drop a like on the video and comment down below rent paid if you guys have made it this far, because we still have more news. It's disgusting. It is actually genuinely disgusting how much news we have. Again, no disrespect, but a lot of you ISO players that are Trae Young, Westbrook, left, right, made need to tell your center to make a pure inside and work on holding circle to set that big body. Y'all gonna laugh, but watch. Stat said, Demi, would I be a good ISO player on 2K24? Yeah, was one of the first ones that came to mind. You actually know how to dribble. So if you know how to dribble on 2K23, you're good, bro. But if you're literally made, like, that's all you can do is Trae Young and then Steve Francis, left, right. If that's the only thing you got in your bag, it's looking tough for you, buddy. You might have to hit the My Court of Doom. Is there going to be some sort of penalty for players who spam the offensive players out of bounds call? Getting someone who does that in a rec game nonstop makes the game unplayable. Yes. Offensive player out of bounds has been added to the griefing rules. Players who do it will grade out. You guys have no idea. If you haven't watched my rec videos, if you have watched my rec videos this year, that is insanely good. They added a grief rules, meaning when you're running out of bounds, you're probably going to lose like a whole teammate grade, maybe 2 teammate grades. Once you do it 2 or 3 times, you're probably going to get kicked out of the game. There's some sort of rules where you can't do that anymore. You got to buy 4-ply tissues and start crying. Walk around the court this year, buddy. No running out of bounds because you didn't get the ball for 1 play. Anyway, it doesn't stop. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, bro, but LD2K went to Twitter and said, I think dribble gods are going to be fun to watch this year, and defensive minded people will be ready to step up to it. Going to be a fun dance. So if you guys don't know, LD2K works with 2K. I'm pretty sure you guys know. Most of you guys know. But it goes back to what Uncle Demi was saying, that offense is going to be overpowered. Defense is going to be overpowered. Let the better man win. So Wolf, a 2K developer who was a former NBA 2K League player that now works for 2K this year, made a tweet saying, Mike is dropping gems. Make sure in 2K24 your jumper has a high shot timing stability grade if you want less variation in your jump shot speed. So they're talking straight to me. It's my #1 complaint this whole year. Thank God. And Power says, Wolf says your shot timing stability rating controls how much you get different releases in 2K24. So guys, that thing is going straight to A+. Like I said in yesterday's video, straight to A+. Now look, Mike Wang tweeted out something funny. He said, another cool 2K24 new gen addition for my players. You can equip triple threat and dribble move emotes this year and fire them off with D-pad down. So you're going to be able to hit a little emote on someone and then break them, green it for game. Yo, that is the highest level of disrespect possible now on 2K. Imagine someone hits you with that, or they drop you and then hit you with, yo, bro, nah, they gotta see me the ones in real life, bro, if that happens. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Wolf said perimeter defense for 2K24, more responsive control and body ups, less sliding, right stick steals are back. More on this in the future. This goes hand in hand with the new adrenaline system. Dribblers have freedom but match up against an elite defender. Now it's down to skills. So once again, Wolf is the guy from the 2K League. He was an elite level lockdown, and obviously, you know, if you're in the 2K League, you're very good at the game, okay? That's pretty much it. People say, oh, if you're in the 2K League, you're just a cheeser, and that is like the craziest level of disrespect, because I know they're talking about the guards at left, right, you know, things like that, but there's 8 other players on the court that aren't, like, obviously, you know, yeah, you got your shooting guards, but then you got a lockdown that has to guard the cheese. Then you have a center that has to slip when they know when to slip, when to get the boards. Like, you have to be an elite level player to make it there, okay? So saying they're just cheesers is crazy coping just because you're not good enough at the game. Anyway, Mike Wang had a question. As I saw earlier, despite your build, you can get any takes in the game, so I can play, bro, what is this? So I play as an out of position power forward at 6'10", 6'11". Will I get to choose shot take if my midi isn't high? He said you can choose any. Just don't expect the shooting takeover to make you DeRozan if you're rocking a 25 shot mid rating. So once again, doubling down, clarifying, like, yes, you're going to be able to, with a 25 3-pointer, select sharp take if you want. However, that's probably not going to be what you want to do, okay? So anyway, back to where he said that the steals and blocks is 20% less than 40% nerf. Is this per possession? He said, yes, this is per possession. So obviously, just like on 2K23 this year, if you are spamming and spamming, you're not going to get that back till there's like a foul or the new play starts. So anyway, we have another one, okay? It just keeps going. So 10 points to all attributes are just the ones based off takeover. Slashing take shouldn't increase shooting or defense. He said the boosts are applied to the attributes associated with the category you choose. So if you choose slashing takeover, you are going to get like plus 10 driving dunk, plus 10 driving layup, things like that. Now, is there any new pass styles? About twice as many as last year from Pro Play. I mean, it's sounding good, bro. It's sounding good. I'm going to just keep saying it sounds good, looks good, all that type of stuff because I haven't played the game yet. But, man, it's looking good. Love how authentic jumpers are. If you love the NBA, you'll immediately notice we also get animations from Pro Play that we wouldn't think to capture in mocap. So there are some really unique shots, moves, and passes that change the gameplay for the better. Because he said, what's your favorite thing about the new Pro Play feature? So, man, 2K24 gameplay could look way different, or not like way different, but obviously different than any 2K we've ever seen. Now, what's the sweet spot in your opinion on ball handle and speed with ball? What ratings will unlock the top tier animations? I really like Steph and Trey's moves, so I usually go to 92. However, the highest unlock is Steve Francis signature size up at 95. So the Steve Francis little left right is probably back in the game. You know, the move this year for all, you know, like probably most of everybody that is a quote unquote comp player that does the quote unquote left riding moves is using Steve Francis. So 95, they have moved it up. That's another thing, guys. That is another thing. Unless you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button that I've talked about, moving the animations up. Why would you get Michael Jordan free throw line dunks at an 88 driving dunk and you only need gold limitless takeoff to fly from the free throw line? Makes no sense, right? I think you only need like a 75 vertical too. Literally, it makes no sense. Move the ratings up that matter. Make them important. Make there be a reason to go up that high. That will make the builder more balanced for sure. When you say dunks are green or miss, does that include lobs? No. Finishing alleys works almost identically to 2K23. So 2K23, if this is your first time playing next gen, you do have to time the lobs. For 2K24, it'll be interesting, but it's not hard for you guys. Team take works the same as last year. Everybody contributes to the meter and it auto fires off when full. Actions that contribute to the meter were reworked though, so it's tougher to get when you get it. Each player gets boosted in their primary specialty decided by a formula. So I gotta breathe, guys. But look, 2K23's team takeover was changed this year. I know not everybody has noticed this. Maybe you haven't played the whole year, whatever it is. They changed it. They never said anything, which is very confusing because I guarantee you I could literally put $1,000 on it right now without blinking to make $10. Terrible odds to tell you that Team Takeover was changed this year by 2K, because at the beginning of the year you got it so fast. I was getting it on the 1v1 court, like you were just getting it really fast. Now it's kind of odd how you get it. You just like kind of randomly get it, if that makes sense. But you know, it's cool that Team Takeover is back. They talked about how maybe showing it to multiple people, like per player, but you'll see. Will we be able to see each individual player progress towards the team take meter? He said, we experimented with that idea, but the UI got really messy. The takeover meter has percentages on them, so now you can at least hop on the mic and tell people where you're at. So it does, I think, need a change. Obviously, they did change it a little bit to where you can go, okay, the lockdown's looking at his screen. He's at like 50%. So he needs more to get us team takeover, because it's just very confusing who has to score. Like the other day I was playing and my team was not getting team takeover, right? They were not getting it. And then my friend got fouled and shot a free throw. And the free throw gave us team takeover. I couldn't believe it. It was very weird. Team takeover, I do believe, needs a little bit of a change, but I mean, they just said they changed a little bit, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Guys, we're approaching 30 minutes, bro. This is disgusting. Lots of you are asking me about quick stops, especially now that fades aren't as effective. But remember, let go of your 2K23 strategies. You might not even need a quick stop in 2K24. This game is set to offer an amazing level of freedom for dribbling that will truly let you shine on the court. Ankle breakers are making a comeback, and creating separation is entirely possible. If your dribbling skills are up to par, Pro Play is introducing us to a new dimension of gameplay. Once NBA 2K24 is in your hands, you'll understand what I mean, and if you're still stuck in your 2K23 ways, maybe ask your stretch to switch to an inside big and practice holding that circle button. Just saying. So, I mean, once again, bro, Uncle Demi is saying big words because I'm a dribbler. You know what I'm saying? I want dribbling to be back in the game, like ankle breakers and stuff. You can kind of get them this year, but they're just so nerfed down year after year after year. I gotta see it back. It's beautiful to see it back. It's beautiful to hear that it's back. I need to see that it's back. Sorry. So we'll see, man. We'll see, Uncle Demi. Now, anyway, Wolf made a tweet. The guy that works at 2K, he said, "Release has been my favorite visual cue to use so far. Simply put, release the shot button as your player releases the ball. This can be very helpful for Play Now My Team players who have to master multiple jump shots and pull-ups at once." Uncle Demi said, "Agree 100%. Release is going to be the best visual cue for most players." So release is, like I said, guys, there's early, late, you know, all that stuff is gone. Okay, so that's going to be really interesting to see as well. If you didn't see this video, you have to see it. It's the same gameplay stuff from Mike Wang, except things that you didn't see in this video. He's tweeting about actual 2K24 gameplay, which is very important. So click this video right here if you have not seen it. I'm telling you, it's extremely important, just like this video. It's your boy Batch Plug. You've been plugged in, and I'm out. Peace.